Hello friends, I am the September Man. Thank you for checking out this video and for staying part of the conversation. I want to talk to you today about your dating appearance. You know, it's always good when you step out on a first date, in many ways the same way that you would go to a job interview. You always want to put out your best appearance. I've had girlfriends, numerous, report back to me about how they went on this date and this dude was just smelling ripe and funky, and he didn't have his act together. He had some dusty clothes on, dirty shoes, greasy face, halitosis. And all I want to say to that is ugh. Yeah, that shit is nasty. When it comes down to it, you don't want to go out on a date with a chick who has bad breath. I mean, what happens if you go to lean over and you trying to tongue her down and her breath just smell like doo-doo? No, you don't want to do that, yo. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that, when you do meet a chick, you're putting your best image out there. You're putting your best self out there. Step out there with some clean gear on, throw on some deodorant, put on some cologne. But make sure you hopping in the shower first before you do all that, because putting cologne on over funk, that just ain't cool. You don't want to do that. Brush your teeth, have some gum, some Listerine strips, whatever it is, okay? You always want to put your best self out there. It don't matter how she comes. If she don't come correct, you can judge her up, size her up and dismiss her because of that, I don't deal with women who have bad breath. You know what I'm saying? If she gonna have bad breath, it's because I woke up next to her in the morning and we just happened to roll over and catch each other's breath. That's the only time bad breath is understandable. But any other time you going on a date, put your best self out there. Get a clean haircut. Like I said, wash up. Get you some new threads, some duds, okay, some clothes, whatever you want to call them, rags, whatever. Just put on some decent attire. I had a girlfriend once tell me about a friend of mine, and this was funny. She met him online, and when he showed up to meet her, she was telling me about how, he was just all greasy and funky and just smelled ripe like onions and stuff. And, I shared it with him because he's my boy. And we laughed about it. Of course, he had his story like, oh, whatever, she was boo-boo and shit. No, man. She called you out. She told me the whole story, man. But, I was laughing about it because women, they talk shit, okay? And they will share with their friends, good or bad, what you present them with. So I always say, leave a woman with a favorable impression and give her something good to talk about. You want her to talk about you highly with her friends, because that's what a woman's going to do. She's going to go back and report it. Whether she has a bunch of female friends or she has more male friends, she's going to go back and tell somebody. So you might as well give her something good to go off of. All right? So that's my message for today. Thank you for being part of this conversation. Remember to rate this video, leave some comments. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll try to do my best to get back with you with an answer as soon as possible. And head on over to the website, www.theslackersmethod.com. See you later.